Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. It is Monday around 2 p.m. and as you can see, I just took a nice bath. I don't know, sometimes I just love baths. They're just like nicer, and I am taking in all of the slowness while I can before I start a job, hopefully soon. We'll talk about that. So I guess we can start with a little life update. It's been really hard navigating your own soul purpose, and I preach about that a lot, like being easy on yourself, because you can't force things into existence. You have to let things come and let things go, and it's hard because no one teaches you like how to surrender to your soul's purpose, and also like how to monetize that. It's very challenging and it can be very defeating because it's like this shiny carrot just like dangling in front of your face. If you know what you want to do with your life, if you know what your gifts are and what you're good at, but it's like, what do you do when you're not making money? And that's very hard for me at the moment. So with this solar eclipse, I've been kind of just like surrendering a little bit more, kind of just like hoping that opportunities will open up for me. So before I leave the house, I always just kind of pray and say I'm open to meeting someone, or I'm open to receiving maybe something that will be for my higher timeline. And you can't expect it, but you have to be open to it. But anyways, so I might be getting a new job, which would be a 9-to-5. Back in the Matrix, even though I promised myself that I would never do that. But I'm not sure yet. I feel like having like different interviews kind of makes me a little bit more motivated to get my life together, spiritually speaking and soulfully speaking. It's kind of like the universe is testing me, saying, are you willing to work a little harder? Are you willing to show up for yourself? If not, you do have a job waiting for you. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to do if I don't know if I'm gonna be making money doing something more spiritual, you know? So it's like, it's a really hard line. And at the same time, I kind of just wish that my Saturn return was here. I have 2 more years. And I just want to know what I'm gonna be doing. I just want to feel at home doing what I love. And I might not figure that out until I'm fucking 28. So I don't know. It's just a really weird time for me and for a lot of us. We're in the age of Aquarius, which is like new beginnings and like innovating and working for yourself and being like productive in a very non-traditional way. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Like, if I have to get another job, I have to get another job, but nothing is permanent, and we can only be the best version of ourselves. And if that's not enough to like manifest our higher self fully, then you have to have faith that one day that will transpire. And you cannot force it, and you cannot be down on yourself, because that energy of fear and that energy of like shame, that's a very low vibration. We want to match our energy. Even if you're like working a 9-to-5, or even if you're like, I fucking don't like my job, we still have to embody that part of ourselves that's like up here. So just a little life update. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. So don't feel bad if you have to fall back onto something that's like uncomfortable but comfortable, you know? We always want to be moving away from our comfort zone, but if you have to work a 9-to-5 to get some monetary abundance, financial abundance for just like the time being, in order to get yourself where you need to be, you have to do what you gotta do, and the universe will always show you where you're going next if you just pay attention and listen. And I feel like that's part of the issue is that we don't know when to listen and who is guiding us, and we don't know how to connect with that kind of, you know, that side of us. And we don't give ourselves enough time to hear the whispers of our soul and the whispers of the universe. But I promise you, the universe is always talking to you in signs and people, different opportunities. And so you just have to pay attention, surrender like the solar eclipse energy, and you just have to kind of go with the flow and trust that you're on the right journey, because you are. So thanks for listening to my little rant. I'm gonna get ready and run a few errands. Also, you guys, I dyed my hair. Like, it's really dark. This is the outfit for my errands. It's a little bit bougie. I didn't know I was getting charged for Rent the Runway again. I used Rent the Runway for a wedding dress, and I just forgot to cancel my membership. So I was like, okay, let's just like pick a few more pieces, because they charged me like almost $100. So this is my last day to wear this. I barely wore anything, so I just wasted $100. So I'm just gonna wear this. I thought it was kind of appropriate and cute. I might snag a picture in it, but it's just like kind of a knit sweater dress. It is very fucking itchy, so I'm not gonna buy it. I was thinking of buying it from them, but it's gonna bother the fuck out of me. But it's very cute and very flattering. I don't know what shoes though, so we gotta go figure that out. Hello everyone. I just had such a nice little time in this cafe. It's just nice to like get out of your house and be forced into writing, into creating, and so that's exactly what just happened. I want to actually share one of my poems that I wrote, because I think it might help somebody. So here it goes. I was inspired by the poetry book that I'm reading, and I'm also inspired to write my own poetry book, because I have like probably 10 journals full of poetry. So I feel like maybe I'm gonna start doing that. If you guys don't know, also I'm writing a book, kind of like a memoir, but I stopped writing it at chapter 3 because I'm just like, I don't know. I talk about grief, and I just know that like really getting deep into that will bring up a lot. And though that's probably what I need to do to like feel it to heal it, I'm just not sure if I'm ready to talk about that again right now. So I put it on pause for my mental health. Kind of happened simultaneously while my therapist just like said, I'm no longer your therapist. And I was like, okay, like, whoa, I can't really do this by myself. So we'll get to it. It's just like a lot. It's like very deep shit. So maybe poetry might be my new thing. But there's a quote. It says, I kept running away from my darkness, but I understood that in it I would find my freedom. And I feel like I read this quote for a reason, because I've been like, what is going on? Like, I'm like feeling like I'm stuck between my higher self and then my comfort zone, and just like, where do you go next? Like, what's the next step you need to take? Like, your freedom is here, you have a sense of freedom, but like, will it last? How will you secure it? How will you, like earlier I was saying, like, monetize your freedom? And so the name of this vlog is going to be like Deep Talks with Lexi, because this shit gets really deep and I could go on for a long time. But freedom has been something that I yearn for and I value. Freedom in my time, freedom in how I spend my energy, how I spend like my days. And it's like, we don't get that really. Like, we feel like we can achieve things on our own, but like, freedom doesn't come easily, and I've learned that over the last few months. So I wrote, what exactly is freedom? The forgiveness of self, of self-destruction, of self-sabotage, It's the letting go of what doesn't deserve you. It's the dismissal of all things unaligned. Freedom is the deep-rooted birthright that we inherently, internally yearn for. Over and over again, until you surrender fully this time. Deep. That's some deep shit. Then I kept going. Okay, so then I wrote, you are the artist, but what happens when you free yourself of all things unaligned? And what do you do when you're left with a blank canvas but don't know how to paint? You go slow, layer by layer. You persevere, layer by layer. You pick up the paintbrush and simply begin. You teach yourself, you fail, you keep going. And one day when your painting's complete, you'll look back and be proud that you didn't give up. Just, that could be in a fucking book. Like, come on. Then I have one more. To feel utter confusion on the direction of your life simply means that something is shifting. You have the opportunity to begin once more, to reinvent yourself, to turn the page. And when there is stillness and silence, when listening to your soul, all you must do is surrender. You must fall deeply in love with faith. You must recognize that there is innate magic in letting go. There is beauty in the mystery. And if you don't surrender, you'll never know what awaits you on the other side of fear. Wow. I could write a fucking book, okay? So that's what I just did in the cafe. I feel like I'm so proud of my stuff and my poetry. I really want to start sharing it more. In fact, on my Inner Alchemy Studio page, I have myself labeled as like art, poetry, pottery. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I have such a creative mind and I have felt things so deeply that I can navigate, like help navigate others into understanding this whole experience. So I am going to start my poetry book. But I'm going back to the market right there. I wish I could just walk there, but they have like this fucking crazy fence up, so I gotta drive there. But I'm gonna pick up some things for dinners this week. On another note, I'm making some just like very simple pasta tonight.
You fucked it, friend, it's on its head, it struck the street.
Okay, let me show you guys what I got. I'm actually so hungry right now, so I might eat some pickles. I literally just bought those. I got pepper. Since I'm making tortilla soup again, I got Rotel tomato paste. This has been like the love of my life. Chobani peppermint mocha. I don't really give a fuck how many grams of sugar. Oh my god, there's only 4. That's really not that bad. Okay, the ingredients, you guys, is milk, cream, cane sugar, cocoa, natural flavors, and peppermint oil. That's not that bad. Okay, good to know. I got some rotini pasta salad and some mustard potato salad, celery for my chicken salad, and then I thought like snacking on it. I also got a cucumber to snack on and some ranch, the taco seasoning for the soup, and then some fresh chicken from an Amish farm. All right, I got my chicken broth for the soup. Just some fruit, because I feel like when it's like in a variation like this, I'll eat it, but I waste a lot of fruit and it really bothers me. Oh geez, some veggies, jalapeno and onion for the soup. You guys, can't stay away from this, and I'm about to start my period, so this is the Sanders. It's the fucking best thing. This is like a childhood dream. Love it. I got black beans, and then I got these guys because I've had them before. This is just cherry pop and then sour blueberry, and it's just like all natural flavors. Although when they say natural flavors, it can mean really bad things. So, and then I got a rotisserie chicken. Hopefully it's good. Oh, I have to cover it. Fuck. Maybe I'll just use the other one. This is going in for like 20 minutes. Voila. I'm gonna need a snack though, so I might meal prep. I might just like do the chicken salad really quick while that's going, so that that's ready for tomorrow's lunch. But I'm literally like starving. I don't even know if I can wait. I only had one thing to eat today. Let's prep the salad. Okay, go.
Stuff is nasty.
Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. It's around 10:30. This is the time I eat breakfast. So let's make my favorite little breakfast fixation. I'm going to do some pottery, but my clay is in Michael's car. Well, it's in my car, but he's driving my car. And I really need to get that because I want to start my pottery again, and just like I've been feeling like the conversation yesterday about where do we go from here, like how do we active manifest, how do we know what we want to do, how do we get there. Like I feel like this morning I woke up and was like, you just got to do it. You got to take action. If you want to do pottery, you got to start making pottery. If you want to do art, you got to start making art. If you want to do poetry, you got to start writing. And so I am feeling like I've not wasted a lot of time, but there's been like some realizations that I'm just not utilizing my time wisely. So we're vlogging, we're doing some workshops, we're fucking writing poetry, writing a book. Like we are doing the whole thing. But anyways, if you want to start a project, the first step is awareness that your time needs to be, your energy and your time needs to be positioned and curated carefully. So you have to take inventory of what you're actually spending your time on and like what you need to do in order to achieve that thing. Okay? There's my pep talk for the morning. But today my plans are to record a podcast about being psychic and how you guys can tap into your psychic abilities. I also want to finish my painting. I have to start getting ready for a retreat this weekend that I'm co-hosting up north. Also, going to take my little mushrooms in a minute, but I can hear my butter. going crazy. I should have a discount code for you guys for those mushrooms, but my application is still pending. So I don't really know. After I fuck up the eggs, I use my pottery bowl that I made, and I just put in some of this baby spring mix, and you guys, it's literally the best thing you'll eat. I promise you. It's like, I never really thought I would want a salad for breakfast, but I don't know, something about it. It's like so good. Just can't get enough of it. I feel like I might get sick of it one day. Like, I'm a very, very big breakfast girly. Like, I love breakfast food. I don't like to eat salad for breakfast, but this is like so nutritional and I feel like I just love it. Okay. So I made this dressing and I have to make some more tomorrow or today. But basically this is honey Dijon, olive oil, lemon juice, full lemon, salt, pepper, garlic powder, Worcestershire, and I feel like that's it. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, and shallots. There's actual shallots in here. I know that was a lot, but I love it. So good. Okay, I'm gonna do some cracked pepper. And then I like to chop up my salad. Just like kind of like toss it around. My 2 eggs on top. Oh, like that. And lastly, I'm going to do a half of an avocado. It's so easy and so good for you. The dressing is like my favorite part ever, but hope you guys enjoy if you try it. I'm going to eat my little breakfast lunch thing and probably finish my witch course. You guys know I am obsessed with Seed. So this is a pro and prebiotic. So they call it a DS-01 Synbiotic, and Seed has been in my life for like almost going on 2 years now, maybe a little bit longer. I have 2 of these every single day, every morning on an empty stomach. Lately I've been like forgetting, and so I take them at night, but it still works. You just want to be consistent because your body will recognize like, oh my god, I need Seed in order to like digest my food better so I don't get bloating and heartburn. And there's just like so many benefits to this DS-01 Daily Synbiotic. You guys have to try it. It's been, no matter what happens, like if I fall off on something like a supplement or something like that, this is always a staple no matter what. This is a non-negotiable in my life because one, my skin has cleared up tremendously. My brain fog has completely gone away. My bloating is gone. My digestion is so consistent and it's just great. So you guys need to try it. If you don't have already a pre and probiotic, this actually, like the capsule itself is specifically engineered so that it can actually reach your colon. Whereas other pre and probiotics, the capsule gets dissolved and burned by the stomach acid, whereas this can withhold the stomach acid so that it can actually go to where it needs to be. And no matter where I go, I have the vial because like I said, sometimes I'll forget and I'm like, oh shoot, I'll be ready to eat something. And I'm like, no, I have to take my prebiotic and probiotic before I do anything. So this is always in my travel bag with me, or in my purse with me, or just even in my car. And it's glass, so they'll send you refillables. And it's just like in a decomposable packet, so you can literally like recycle it or decompose it. But yeah, this has been such a lifesaver to just have on me whenever I'm out and about. But then they give you this jar as well. So it's just a very, very intuitive company. Highly recommend. You guys can use code LexiK for 10% off your first order, your first monthly order. But yeah, it's really easy to just have the subscription because you don't have to remember to just reorder it. And it's honestly just like a good investment in your overall health, because your gut health is your brain health and you need to take care of both of them. Alright guys, I'm gonna do some work and we'll get back to the vlog in probably like an hour or so. Okay guys, I finished my breakfast and I am going to record a quick podcast because I want to talk about my psychic reading that I did for a friend, and just like how you guys can tap into your psychic abilities as well. So if you're interested, you guys can check out Unearthed Podcast. I'll link it right here and in the description. But I'm going to go ahead and record this quick. It's going to be a really short episode. And then I'm gonna go, I'll just edit it really fast, post it, and then run some errands, and then get back to work. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. You guys, I'm so tired. I want to take a nap so bad, but I have a life I'm working for, so I have to get up. It's so hard. Honestly, it's just because this sofa is so fucking comfortable. Look at how cozy, you guys. It's literally like so plush. It looks bad right now and wrinkly because I've been like lounging all day, but like actually I haven't really like lounged all day. Just whenever you sit on it one time, it's like forever wrinkly and indented. But this is from Crate and Barrel, for anyone wondering. It was a little pricey, but it's so worth it. My only thing is that it's so low to the ground. So that's kind of like an issue for older people. Honestly, me too, because I have a really bad back. And it's like, you're so deep. Like, you can sit and you have still like a fucking foot. So it's like, you gotta like get out. You gotta like work your way out. It's crazy. Okay, so since I'm so tired, I'm gonna make a cup of cacao. Okay, so I am using Cacao Laboratory, and hold on. Putting my hat back on because my hair is so greasy and you can probably tell. So, even though I just told on myself. So, Cacao Laboratory is sponsoring this portion of the video. I have used this company for going on, this February will be like 3 years, which is crazy to think about, but I've had cacao in my life for so long, and I feel so grateful knowing that there is this plant medicine out there that can heal your heart and to open your heart up. So we're gonna make some. It's basically just a huge chunk of natural chocolate. You can use code LexiK10 for 10% off your purchase. This is also kind of like an investment because it's a little pricey, but it will last you guys months. Like, I think I've only gone through 3 of these, probably maybe like 4, but I've also been using this, like I said, for 3 years, so I barely had to buy any. If I'm rushing around, I'll just toss it in a blender, but to be ceremonial and to honor our ancestors and the indigenous people, we are going to do an actual ceremony. So I'm going to get a little pot. I'm gonna pour my water into the pot, setting my intentions as I go, letting that just sit in there to cool off a little bit. Yeah, that's really hot. So this is where the ceremony part comes in, and you want to be very intentional with how you're doing things. You're supposed to sing to the cacao or hum to it. I'm just gonna set my intentions that I want clarity with my direction, and I am looking for this plant medicine to give me the next steps to my higher self. And so it is. I am going to use my little sifter guy, I don't know what it's called, and I'm just gonna do this. I'm going to add a little bit of Michigan honey. My favorite ingredient is cayenne pepper. This is just gonna get your blood flowing so that the cacao kind of seeps in and just does its thing a little bit quicker. I have to start using these because I have like a million at home. So I'm using my 1111 mushrooms, which is just like a mushroom blend. And I do like maybe like 5 of these little guys. Honestly, I just love all mushrooms, and I feel like they all coexist together, so why not have them in the same pot together? Next, I am going to use my Blue Sunday mushrooms. Next, I'm using Celtic sea salt. And last but not least, I'm gonna use some cinnamon. I use Ceylon. Ceylon is a little bit better for your metabolism. Typically, I don't add any creamer or milk, but I am going to add a little bit of milk today because this is a very heavy dose of cacao. So I added a little bit more water in my milk. And I'm gonna do this off camera, but I'm gonna say my prayers and my intentions and do my little ritual. Basically, if you do this at home, you're just gonna say out loud your intentions, what you're calling in, what kind of guidance you need, and if you want to connect with anyone during your time with cacao.
What's up, vlog? Going to the gym.
Good morning, vlog. It is almost 10 and I need to like get motivated to start my day. You guys, I am like in desperate need of a coffee. Oh, I know it's not great to drink coffee on an empty stomach, but honestly, I don't really give a fuck sometimes who's making these rules up. I don't care. I need a coffee right the fuck now. Can you see it? My gosh. You guys, I'm never buying a fucking coffee again from anywhere. Like, come the fuck on. It's just so creamy. So cute. Okay. Thumbnail. We're gonna go on a walk. Let's go. Blue jay. I swear I always see blue jays all over the place. It's just amazing. They're just so magical. Okay, so I actually drive to this little park, and I like this neighborhood because it's like the oldest neighborhood in the city. I think so. I'm actually not sure, but it's in this area. It's like very quaint and cute, and it's just like the houses are cuter and older. So I sometimes will rollerblade around here, but we're not gonna do that right now because my back hurts so bad. So we're just gonna go on a nice little stroll. Shut your mouth right now. I am never buying a coffee anywhere else. I just think it's so crazy that everyone's working and I'm just enjoying just the change of the weather. Like, I feel like I am so in tune because I haven't been working. I've just been like chilling. Okay, you guys, update on the walk. I had a really good time. I was actually sweating. I think it's because of the hat, but I had a little incident, and I think I just have paranoia. If you guys don't know, I was the president of an organization in college called Not for Sale. So I studied and I helped people learn about human sex trafficking, and so I'm an advocate for it. Like, I literally just want everybody to know to be careful and to watch your surroundings and whatever. I spent 4 years doing that, so it's probably just like me being paranoid. But I was walking and this guy, like this older guy, was sprinting towards me, screaming nonsense. Like, maybe he was just like cheering himself on, but like he was so loud, and I was like, what is he doing? Why is he sprinting towards me? So I fucking like beelined it across someone's yard. I was like, I don't have any pepper spray on me. I don't know what I would do if he was like gonna try to get me. And again, it's just me being paranoid, but like I was trying to find like the closest escape, like if I had to do something, because like you just never know. You literally, like, I don't want to ever think the worst about people, but like he could be the sweetest person, but you have to be so cautious and aware. So he was very, very quickly coming up behind me, and I cut on someone's lawn, and I just like was looking around. I'm like, okay, should I hide behind a tree or should I hide behind a car? I literally hid behind a car until he passed me. And so I feel bad, like, what if he's thinking, like, oh my God, I'm scaring people. But at the same time, you shouldn't be sprinting and screaming nonsense, like yelling down the street, because that can be startling to people. I just don't think like the social cues were there. Not to be mean, you guys, but like it's the reality of our world, and we don't live in a very safe world, so you just always have to be cautious, especially women. Good thing I know self-defense, and I've taken classes. I've taken boxing for, I don't know, like 4-ish years now, so I could put up a good fight if I needed to, but I'm still terrified. Like anytime I get in the car, the lock is on. I always like check my surroundings. I'm never on my phone when I get in my car or leave a store. I sometimes will have these sales associates like walk me to my car if it's like really late and I see someone suspicious. I'm like, can you walk me to my car? And that's just how it has to be, unfortunately. So watch your fucking surroundings, everybody. Like, don't go on a walk alone. Even if you're in a neighborhood, like, you just really never know. I was also paranoid because this guy was in his car and he like slowed down and like looked out his window like this at me, and then he's parked. Good night, vlog.
Good night, vlog. Maybe you should say something different, like good night, people, or something, when we're addressing like a group of people.
Okay. Thanks
Good
for
night.
watching.
Too late for a work night. Peace.